What do you think about the potential limitations of certain businesses doing summits versus others? And I suppose another way of asking the question
Mhm.
is, what do businesses have to have in common in order to throw a good summit?
That's a great question. So our summit was very well. It was very B2B focused. So like our niche of my agency at the time was the legal industry. So our clients were lawyers and law firms, and I had other speakers give sessions that were related to the interests of that audience of lawyers. And so even if like even my marketing agency was focusing on marketing for lawyers, I didn't just have sessions about marketing for lawyers, in part because if I did, either the sessions would be just by us or by us and competitors of ours. And we didn't want to really do that, obviously. So we had sessions on a variety of topics that would be interesting to that audience. And so if your business serves a particular niche, a particular customer type, then I think that's a good focal point for finding other types of content and other speakers and having kind of the focus of what your seminars are going to be on. So us having like this specific industry of, let's say we were lawyers, that's was very easy for us to come up with programming because we could have other like software companies focusing on legal, or accountants that focused on legal, or other lawyers giving seminars to these lawyers on certain tips or practices or things like that that could benefit them. That was really helpful content for the audience.
Mm.
So when coming up with the programming for what's going to be in your summit, I would think about who is your ideal customer, and what, if it's not a specific industry, but it's, let's say you serve businesses generally, are there any commonalities? Are there issues that you see that they're facing when they come to you and when they hire you that would be relevant for them? So, like for example, let's say that you have software for businesses, and you serve a variety of small businesses. Well, is there are there other things that interest them at the time that they are reaching out to hire you typically, and I would kind of use that as the starting point for figuring out what other programming you might want to have.
Yeah, so I asked about the business. It's less about the business and more about the attendees and what they like.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you just, I mean, if you just focus on what you're interested in, you have great content for yourself, but not really content that's going to drive signups. The
Mm.
content that's going to drive people to sign up is content that's going to be interesting to that specific audience. So I would focus very specifically on the type of person that you want to sign up, and kind of get in their head, and then kind of work your way backwards and create